Zelensky has picked Ukraine's next defense minister, but the real fight may be just beginning. A battlefield commander is stepping into one of Kyiv's most powerful jobs. The man he replaces wants it back, is demanding elections in wartime. So, who really holds the power in Kyiv? And what happens when the battle for Ukraine's defense ministry becomes a battle for Zelensky's authority? Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky has formally nominated Yevhen Khmara as Ukraine's defense minister, filling a post that has stood empty since a chaotic reshuffle triggered protests across the country last month. Khmara, a former top officer with Ukraine's security service, has been running the ministry in an acting capacity. He previously commanded the agency's Alpha Special Operations Center and led the 2022 mission to retake Snake Island. Khmara took over as acting head of the security service in January before moving to the defense portfolio. Zelensky also nominated Andriy Sybiha to formally resume his post as foreign minister, a role he too had held on an acting basis since July. Meanwhile, the Ukrainian parliament returned from its summer recess on August 18th, and both nominations now require lawmakers' approval. A vote could come as early as August 19th. Parliament Speaker Ruslan Stefanchuk confirmed the submissions had been received.
The Parliament will consider the submission in the near future in accordance with the Constitution of Ukraine and established parliamentary procedure.
Khmara holds the rank of Major General and has never previously served in government. Under Ukrainian law, serving officers must leave the military before taking up a ministerial post permanently. Lawmakers say his paperwork is already in motion. The vacancy dates back to the sacking of Mykhailo Fedorov, who spent roughly 6 months as defense minister before his abrupt removal in July. His departure was widely linked to friction with then Commander-in-Chief Oleksandr Syrsky, who was himself replaced weeks later by General Mykhailo Drapatyi after sustained public pressure. Zelensky has offered Fedorov alternative roles, including Deputy Prime Minister for Military Innovation or leadership of the state defense conglomerate Ukroboronprom. Fedorov has turned both down, saying he will only return as defense minister. On August 18th, Fedorov released a video calling for wartime elections, arguing that martial law should not permanently freeze Ukraine's democratic process.
We are fighting precisely because we want to remain a free European state. Therefore, we must find a legal, safe and realistic mechanism that will allow Ukraine to restore a full democratic process, even in the conditions of a prolonged war. This is difficult. It is necessary to ensure the voting rights of the military, millions of Ukrainians abroad, and people in frontline regions. It is necessary to ensure the security of the electoral process, the independence of institutions, and trust in the result. But complexity does not mean impossibility.
Ukraine last held elections in 2019. Parliamentary and presidential votes due in 2023 and 2024 were postponed once martial law took effect following Russia's full-scale invasion. With Khmara and Sybiha now awaiting confirmation and Fedorov pressing his case from outside government, the coming vote is expected to test how far Zelensky's authority stretches beyond the battlefield.
Захід, північний південь і центр – це буквально там хтось, частина Кривого Рогу таке. Присилайте мені їх особисті. Тепер Київ, та Київ це...
Будемо стояти! Стояли! Стоїмо! І будемо стояти!
Шановний фітофокусу, будь ласка, доєднуйтесь до нас. Символічно було оголосити цю ходу до Європи від Совка! До Європи від Совка! Слава нації! Україна!
Влада – це народ! Влада – це народ! Влада – це народ!
Реформи, а не схеми! Реформи, а не схеми! Реформи, а не схеми! Реформи, а не схеми!
Війна не показуха! Війна не показуха! Війна не показуха! Війна не показуха!
Белый снег, Владимир Римаренко.